This is Dr. David coming to you from Montreal, Canada, and this is the Retina HotMic case series from iCare PD, where the PD stands for Professional Development. I'm going to be showing you two different cases to discuss a little bit about epiretinal membranes. Let's start with the first. What you can see here in this case is an epiretinal membrane right on the surface. You can follow that straight across. Here you lose it. But you can see the epiretinal membrane right there. It's causing a little bit of foveal thickening and overall macular thickening. If you look at your map here, you can see a little bit more red than you might normally expect. If we just scroll through a bit here, you can see there's areas where the epiretinal membrane looks a little bit different. It's a little bit shortened here. You're really just missing it in three-dimensional space in terms of its connectivity to the overall membrane sheet lying on top of the retina. But if you look here, you can see these little undulations in the retina throughout, again, all associated with the epiretinal membrane. Pretty straightforward case of an epiretinal membrane. I'm going to now show you a different example. It's going to come back, it's going to switch patients and come up on your screen in 3, 2, and 1. This is our new patient here. We've done the switch through the magic of pause and restart, and what you'll notice here is an epiretinal membrane in this patient. But you notice something different as well. You notice that instead of the retina being thickened centrally, it's actually quite thin, and you can follow the epiretinal membrane on the other side. This is an epiretinal membrane that's caused a lamellar configuration. You'll find varying terms in the literature. People will talk about this being a lamellar hole. Well, it's sort of a funny way to put it. I don't like to put it that way. I don't like to call it a lamellar hole so much, because really what you're talking about is a epiretinal membrane with a lamellar configuration. Things are really just flattened down. It's true that in lamellar configurations you can have some loss of inner retinal tissue, and that probably is the case here, but overall this is an epiretinal membrane with a lamellar configuration. So you've seen two different ways that epiretinal membranes can present, one with the thickening in the last case and this one with a lamellar configuration. If I give you just a quick scroll through here, you can see, yeah, there's a little bit of cyst, not unusual with epiretinal membranes, and you can really get a feel for the way it looks in different cuts and at different points throughout. All right, always interesting stuff, and this is Dr. David signing off, and I am always learning.